Hello, everyone. My name is Fresh X Dignitas Snack for Cheers, and welcome to the movie. We're taking a journey once again to the legacy of voice acting. Now, we did see this before, like many different times, in different documentaries, such as I Know That Voice and Mel Blanc, Man of a Thousand Voices, and whatever you see behind the scenes type of deals. I just want to give my take on the subject, since, well, it will be my dream job somewhere in the future, and I thrive every single day of taking my best effort by showcasing it to y'all and what y'all think of it. And I appreciate everything that you just put into me to just make my channel grow bigger and influence me to do great things, and just, making me feel like a very capable person. So, how about we just dive on in as we enter the many levels of when it comes to voice acting. As anyone is ever interested in the occupation should know this, voice acting, the art of providing voiceover for many different media, such as film, TV, video games, commercials, radio, etc.
Voiceover is about creating characters.
People themselves have taken an interest of this occupation, especially myself, since, as you all know, once again, it is my most honored dream job for the future, and I've gotten to know the many few recognizable bunch. However, the fact of the matter is, who started this? Many of you might say that it was Mel Blanc, known for his title as the Man of a Thousand Voices, but he wasn't actually the first one.
Okay, hold up!
Surprisingly enough, before him there was Walt Disney, who voiced both Mickey and Minnie Mouse, Clarence Nash for Donald Duck, Pinto Kovic for Goofy and many other characters, Sterling Holloway of Winnie the Pooh, Ha from the Jungle Book, and so many others. And, well, one little minor role for Cesar Romero, aka the Joker from the 1960s Batman. But then, it was the year of 1937, where the aforementioned Mel Blanc made his big break, where he played Porky Pig, and soon then, he became the voice of nearly every Looney Tunes character, until his passing in 1989. But soon afterwards, the world experienced equally talented people who eventually lent their career in voiceover, from the likes of June Foray, Billy West, Rob Paulson, Tara Strong, Tom Kenny, and so on and so forth. They hold this position to the best in their lives. Interestingly enough, there are most famous people known for live action work who also lent the mantle of voice actors, but that's where it gets complicated at. Allow me to explain. Even though voice acting is the same as acting, it can go many different ways when it comes to actors providing voiceover. Actors can start out with live action work and either decide to also take the career, like become both actor and voice actor. And then there's those type of actors who just want to stick with live action work. They're just cast as voice actors because, hey, we think your voice is perfect and you should be in this movie. It's kind of a rule in animation movies. And then there were voice actors who started out acting first before landing the job that they eventually became much more better known for. So what I'm saying is that like not all actors can take up the mantle of voiceover. Just those many few who choose to just jump back and forth between on-screen and off-screen. It's just, yeah, once again, it's just complicated to know like, oh, so-and-so, he or she got interested in voice acting, but no, they don't really like, they primarily stick with live action instead of just animation. They're just called there. There's a complete difference. But if you look it up on Wikipedia, if you look up any famous celebrity and just see my point, then you'll understand. Just read the very first thing, like blah 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 is an American, English, Australian, blah, whoever. You'll see my point. What makes voice acting so fun to do is not only playing one role, but 2 or 3 or 4 or even much more. Ever since Mel Blanc left a powerful impact on many people's lives, including me, if those were including people that would soon become voice actors themselves, it would be his incredible versatility.
King, thank you for playing That's Obvious.
Being able to look at the picture of a character and think how he should sound. And then it's locked in there.
It's all coming together. It's all coming together.
But level 2 would have to be an actor so great that he or she has the opportunity to handle as many characters as they can. It's just shocking to find out one man or woman plays multiple different sounding voices, but nobody realizes it until they have to like look it up.
Well, there's only so many voices in the world. Some of them are bound to be similar.
It's all up to the people to give them their unique chords of nostalgia.
D. Bradley Baker, who is the Michael Winslow of voice acting, best known for creating realistic animal noises. But rarely most times, voice actors can use their normal sounding voices, like J.G. Quintel on his Regular Show, where he played Mordecai, but he also played Hi-Fi Ghost too. Seth MacFarlane of Family Guy fame voices Brian and Tom Tucker with his normal sounding voice. The trickiest part is having 2 characters trying to imitate each other's voices, but Mel Blanc stood out an incredible performance in the episode Rabbit Fire, where Daffy dresses up as Bugs and vice versa, and he did it with style. How should the voice sound? It can go a lot of different ways. By giving them an accent, that's like the easiest one to do. By basing them off of celebrities, which is the most creative one, in my opinion. There are these stock characters like the nerd, the simpleton, the surfer dude, the old man, the muscle, the coward, etc. Well, most memorable is the distinctive voice that, like, whenever you hear it, you can tell by how it sounds.
Oh my God, who the hell cares?
If it's a robot, then they use editing. They edit like the vocals, and you might ask why I'm wearing gloves. Well, yeah, I mean, like, aside from the whole like coronavirus thing, it's just a demonstration about this next thing. The action. You gotta be physical in voiceover. Like this. Whenever a character is underwater, you might have to do something like, oh no, I can't swim. Someone help me! Like that. It's gotta take stuff like that. And it also goes with like a vibrating, like, oh, or slow motion. I've got something for you. To do the famous voices, they're gonna have to like do it with their hands. Like with Tom Kenny, whenever he does the SpongeBob laugh, he hits his throat with his hand while saying ah. And the many people who play Droopy, they gotta pull their cheek in order to do it. I'm so happy. Hello, Jules. I'm like Droopy. I see all, know all, and tell all. I shall now believe you too. And Matt Stone, one of the co-creators of South Park, he plays Kenny by talking into his hand. Like, watch me say, how the flip are we gonna get guns? That's all it takes. To have fun with it. That's the whole point of this. And celebrities, whether it's celebrities or real life people, like characters based on like real people, like a friend or relative or anybody. And it's so amazing to watch everyone do incredible impressions of them.
Hey guys, I just got this new Dungeons and Dragons game. How about we just check it out?
2 plus 2, 22? Alright, I'm so glad I'm here. Shaw. Surfing waves. It's all power about feeling free. It's about the spirit, it's about living life, y'all. If I don't get my medicine, I can be all crazy. Otherwise, this. Yeah, Sonny, come over here. Hey, did I ever tell you about the time that see? It takes effort to do that stuff. I'll be back with weapons. I can only imagine what he would say if he wasn't frozen. Come with me if you want to, babe. You brought me from the future with $1. Yes, but I only did it to save you. Hasta la vista, bye, kid. Man, enough about you. Let's talk about me, Johnny Bravo. Man, brother. Oh, sure. And I'm Edward D. Robinson. One more felony assault, Simpson, and you're going down. I never knew I could fit into a bubble. I must be losing weight. Ooh, the irony. I must resist the urge to eat myself. Well, maybe just a neighbor. My name is Chris. I'm supposed to be on my best behavior tonight, and now mention poo. Oh God, what have I done? You don't see poor people doing this. Everybody knows and loves the characters played by the most popular voice actors in the world. But characters can depend on popularity as well. On a few occasions, people are given characters which are much more iconic than the ones that they are mainly known for. These type of characters can be from Marvel, DC, Disney, Nickelodeon, Cartoon Network, Looney Tunes, classic cartoons, video games, anywhere. Eric Bauza, the voice of characters like Foop and White Pantera, has been given the mantle of Woody Woodpecker, Leonardo, Donatello, Master Splinter, and many Looney Tunes characters. Jim Cummings has been the voice of Winnie the Pooh since 1988, and Tigger since the same year. He's also the Tasmanian Devil, Pete, Dr. Robotnik, and so much more. Sometimes, even voice actors working together can have their roles switched. From the video game Spider-Man Friend or Foe, James Arnold Taylor was Spider-Man and Josh Keaton was Harry. But then in the series The Spectacular Spider-Man, Taylor was Harry and Keaton took the mantle of Spider-Man. Really, everyone had the chance to be classic or modern, and that's my favorite subject when it comes to voice acting. You'd be given a famous character and you'd be like, hey, guess what? I'm blah blah blah. I made it. Usually when it comes to women of voice acting, one of their traditional characters to play are children, especially young boys. Real kids can play kid characters, but once they hit puberty, it's time for them to go. Or they can either be replaced by another kid, but eventually be played by a woman doing a young boy voice, in order to make the character sound consistent. Actresses like Nancy Cartwright, Tara Strong, Gray Delias, Candy Milo, E.G. Daily, Nika Futterman, and Kaf Susi have become this and done very great at doing it. It's not always easy to stay the same character forever. The most common and tear-jerking of all is when a regular in the show and or movie passes away and someone else becomes that character, or the studio decides to change the man or woman, or even the actor wants to retire and someone needs to swoop in to save the show or movie. Tails from the Sonic franchise has went through more voice changes than any other character in the series, until his voice was currently played by Colleen O'Shaughnessy. Lincoln Loud of the Loud House has always been played by young boys, so it's like the crew decides to keep finding boys young enough to play Lincoln, since the former actors hit puberty. This has also happened with Gumball and Darwin from The Amazing World of Gumball.
And now there is the voice evolution, where the character is still played by the same actor, but there's just a change in voice. Let me explain. In Hey Arnold, Gerald was voiced by Jameel Walker-Smith, but when he hit puberty, he was still able to play Gerald by giving him a change in voice. However, in Hey Arnold the Jungle Movie, Smith was replaced by child rapper Benjamin Flores Jr., but Smith's cast members, Francesca Smith, Andy McAfee, and Justin Shinkaro, still played their characters Helga, Phoebe, and Harold respectively. Singing is another thing. Voice actors can or cannot have the ability to sing. Those who can't are replaced. Mila Kunis, who played Meg, says that singing isn't her strong point. So Tara Strong provided Meg's singing voice in the episode Don't Make Me Over.
The overall deal when it comes to voice acting is creating characters and having a blast, being able to have a good time with their job and with each other. Voice acting is one of the best careers for everyone to ever own, for the nostalgic feels that it can give fans and critics, and the overall awesomeness that it can give to a lot of different people out in the world. We are to thank everyone who's ever involved in this. I have been your guide, Fresh X Dick the Vast Knack for Cheers, and thank you. Hope you enjoyed the film.